Greetings, friends. Welcome to the Mystical Misfits Meditation session. We'll be starting up in just under 5 minutes, just getting everything cranked up so that I can get the notifications out on Facebook and YouTube. I'm just pulling up my own page here, making sure I'm on. So this evening, we will. I have a special surprise ahead, just a little addition to our meditation session, which I'll mention in a moment. Just want to make sure there are a few people online before I talk about it. But I hope you've had a good day so far, and I'm looking forward to the weekend. I'm leading a prayer retreat at the Creighton University Retreat Center in Griswold, Iowa this weekend, and so that'll be fun, bringing whole bag of meditative tricks and tips, different modalities we'll be doing, including this form of meditation that we'll be doing tonight, and as well as looking at walking meditation, labyrinths, and so forth. Even a avant-garde jazz meditation. That's fun. I'll do that online one of these days too. And very counterintuitive, but real fun. So tonight, I have with me one of these. This is a crystal singing bowl, and you can make it sing like a metal singing bowl. Like that. And you can just simply hit it like that. This is made of 100% or pretty close to 100% pure crystal, and it's tuned at perfect pitch at 440 hertz, and I believe this one is a G. And I've got a whole set of these actually. We're using these for a special worship service. Now I'm frozen up on my Facebook thing. I hope I'm not frozen up on yours. I'm going to refresh here. Oh, there we go. Hey, good to see a number of you online. Rebecca and Brooke, good to see you. My page froze up, so I didn't see people out there. But I've got a whole set of 8 of these. We were using these for a few of these for a special worship service, which we'll be actually doing every week starting in May, called Day 1. But they worked so well that I got a whole set, and you can do whole scale, but also you can do kind of tunings to chakras and the energy centers in the body, things like that. But they have a really nice sound, and they're very helpful for kind of dissipating some of that kind of monkey mind and nervous energy, that kind of thing. So tonight, what I thought I'd do is instead of using the bell on my Insight timer, which is the app that we use for these meditations to time it. What I'm going to do is set my Insight timer up, so I'll hear a little click, but you probably won't, and I'll hit the bell, so it won't be distracting to you in any way, but I'll just hear a little click in the background, and it'll be good. But I'm seeing my bells are all set up to be bells right now. Somehow it reverted back to my old thing. Sorry about that. A second here. See, with the Insight timer, you can actually send it to all kinds of different sounds to trigger different points in your meditation. I find that very, very helpful. There we go. Now we're all set. The other thing I wanted to hello, Deb. Good to see you. I just saw you at the church council meeting. we had a church council meeting, and my timer on my phone went off to tell me, hey, you got to prepare for the meditation. I rushed home, and so just made it in the nick of time. This morning I talked about the use of imagination as well as sounds and so forth to get us to a certain place within us. I kind of expanded on that a little bit more, but we don't have enough time to do that. But what I do want to say is that imagination is actually a very helpful tool in meditation, to imagine ourselves in certain places or circumstances. You may even imagine, creating something around you that creates safety and security. It's not that you're actually creating that field, but what it does is it brings you to a place within yourself that is that safe and secure. So you may, especially as we kind of move into the meditation, picture a force field around you that blocks all negative energy, for instance, or yourself in this just utterly safe or beautiful and pleasing environment. The idea is that we kind of bring that, it takes us to that place within us that is like that. The other thing I'll mention before we begin is that as you feel insights come, you might find yourself wondering, oh, is this something that's come from outside myself, that inside myself, but outside? I mean, some contact with the holy in some special way. I don't try to question those things during meditation. I just kind of go with it. If I feel a hunch like there's something here, I'm going to follow that. And after my meditation's over, then I'll evaluate those things. It's helpful to kind of lean in because I think the holy, I call one of my favorite words for God is the unexpected love. And because God takes me to places I would not necessarily go myself. So I don't try to be overly evaluative about where my mind is taking me or my heart is taking me. I just kind of go with it if I feel like there's something there and see where it takes me. So anyway, that's all I'll say for now. Take the timer down, and if you're just now joining us for the first time, we'll go through 4 5-minute time periods, and I'll give instructions about what to do at each of those time periods. So once again, I'm going to set this up so I'll kind of hear a click, and then I'll ring the bell. And during the second bell piece, I will be actually using this a little bit to help kind of deepen the meditation piece, but we'll get to that. Let's take a deep breath in, let it out slowly, and in so doing, clear away whatever obstacles you may have brought with you to experiencing God, the holy within you. As the sound dissipates, just let your day fall away so that you can be in this moment, reminding yourself of why you're here, and giving thanks for those who join us live here that add their energy to ours, help us in our own meditation. I always envision myself bowing slightly towards the holy, indicating my intention to connect. I invite you to look over the last 24 hours of your life, asking specifically, especially where you've been touched by love. That meaning someone has touched you with their love, or you have touched them. It's still a touch of love. It still blesses us. It still exposes us to the holy. As you start to consider these things, you may also want to consider the way the holy touches you with love in ways that are less direct, like through creation, through food on your table, through heat in your home. the sound of the bell dissipates, I invite you to bow or open yourself a bit more deeply to your source, to the holiness that is around and within you at all times. Breathe it in, breathe in the holy, breathe out the holy. And focus your attention on someone you care about who is struggling right now. You may invite the holy even to guide your heart to somebody. Locate the pain and some empathetic channel within you that feels empathetic with their own struggle. And simply focus for the moment on the holy and that the vital healing energy coming into you, that's something inside you that's analogous, that is related to that pain in the other person, that the holy heal you. And keep focusing on that for a couple minutes, and then I will ring a bell, and at which time we'll focus on sending that healing energy towards this person. But focus on you. Focus on healing within you that is analogous to their pain. Now let that healing travel to the one you care about. Imagine the sound carrying that healing into them, resonating within them just like the sound resonates within you. Now let's let that person Simply travel to the far edge of our consciousness as we focus on now on ourselves. You may want to take another breath in and let out that breath, and in so doing, bow a bit more deeply to your source. Open yourself more fully. And you may want to let that holy source guide your own thoughts about what you need most. Try to articulate that need as precisely as possible. And then let your thoughts just simply revolve around that need, very gently, following the lead of your thoughts more than creating them. And as the bell fades, just let your ego, your thoughts, your needs fade with it. At this point, I envision myself fully prostrate before the holy, within the holy, not groveling, just open. I have no need other than to be in the presence of the holy. I have no desire other than to be in relationship with the holy. Simply exist, letting the holy be the holy. If the holy wants to take you someplace, let her take you. If she doesn't, he doesn't, it doesn't, just simply be, trusting that's where you need to be. gently bring ourselves back to our day, the continuance of it, giving thanks for this time we've been able to spend in the presence of the Holy within us, and also the presence of the Holy that have gathered with us from around the world online. We give thanks for those hearts that have joined ours, and gently now let go. Thanks for joining me this evening. I hope this has been helpful for you. It's definitely, I've been very much enjoying these meditations during Lent, and we'll be back tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. And then I'll go off to the prayer retreat, come back and on Monday morning, start Monday through Friday again, 7 o'clock Central, 8 a.m., and then Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 p.m. So if you have any responses, any experiences you want to share with me, either on the public space or private message, would love that. I would love to hear what your impression of the bell is. If that it doesn't matter to me whether you say positive or negative things. I'm just curious about your feedback. Would be wonderful. So anyway, thanks for coming, and good to see you all online this evening. And we'll see you again soon, hopefully. Take care.